this is Al. Today in this video we're looking at the Afro Pokemon. Not actually what it's called, but this is basically the Afro Pokemon. It's Bouffalant in the TCG with Bouffalant EX. Is this any good? Well, we're gonna find out. If you are a Bouffalant enjoyer, how can you build this? That's what we'll cover. Bouffalant EX is coming in our Black Bolt White Flare expansion. This is, of course, the black and white Pokemon. It's a basic, and it's got this EX card right here to go over. So let's see. So Bouffalant EX, only 220 HP. It's a basic colorless Pokemon. I say only 220 HP, but really we're gonna be tanking damage with this thing. With its ability here, we can see that Bouffer. I love that name. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. So this is going to be 30 less. And do you remember the Bouffalant from Stellar Crown? We're going to come back to that idea. But for now, let's also look at the attack. It is Gold Breaker for 100 plus. If your opponent's active is an EX, this attack does 100 more damage. Wow. So he is really slamming into the EX Pokemon, and there's a lot of EX Pokemon, so doing 200 damage is a pretty good form, I would say. If you're curious, the Japanese name is Bouffalant from Buffalo, Afro, and Bison. The Afro Pokemon, what can I say? Obviously now. Alright, so we're going to be building this deck around Terapagos as a partner primarily. It is going to focus on decreasing damage done to your Pokemon. It's going to hit EXs, and then we're also going to play around with Area 0, of course, with our Noctowl engine, and make sure we can get some big KOs with Terapagos as well when we fill our bench up. So it's going to be really fun. This really brings me back to Stellar Crown, because here's what we got in Stellar Crown. So, Curly Wall is the ability on this one. As long as you have at least one other Bouffalant in play, all of your basic colorless Pokemon take 60 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. And it doesn't stack, but this is significant, I would say. And we have seen some play with these Bouffs already. Around the Stellar Crown time, when Terapagos and friends were actually released, we got to see a lot of the Noctowl action and Bouff action. So you have to have two of these things in play, and if you're going with an Area 0 build to fill up your bench, that's not too bad. We're going to be filling our bench with Terapagos, with, just one or so, and then our Bouffs, and then we have Hoots, and it's all good. You can build this deck to where all the Pokemon are colorless Pokemon basics, except for a Noctowl, of course. But that means that the effect of Curly Wall is going to be taking place often, even for our little guys. Taking 60 less damage from attacks can be significant. And we can get them out easily with Fan Rotom, of course. Fan Call says, once during your first turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less. Reveal them and put them into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. And you can't use more than one during your turn, but hey, this is a sneaky thing. We're really going full return with the Terapagos and the Fan Rotom and the engine sorts of yeah, it's great. Alright, now, let's go ahead and look at the list I had initially kind of seen, and it's been shown off a little on the Japanese channel too. This is from Daichu, from the Pokeka channel. And this is the list that they're running with. So we're running our Bouffalant EX, as well as our Bouffers, 3 of them, to get some damage. Then we have 2 Terapagos. We have a 3 line of Hoot and Noctowl, 2 Fan Rotom to find stuff, Ursaluna to clean stuff up with. We also have Squawkabilly and Latias to zoom around, and then 1 Pheasantipity. So we also have the inclusion of Glass Trumpet right here, 2 of them. We don't usually see them, but it is great for Tera Pokemon decks. You can go ahead and take energy from your discard pile and attach it to some benched Pokemon, your benched basic colorless ones. If there is a Tera Pokemon in play, we also are going to be working with a lot of Crispin. Our energy is going to be a big mix of 3/3/3 Grass, Water, Lightning, so that we have access to Crown Opal as well, potentially on Terapagos. So with that option, that is something. We also have Black Belt's Training to kind of add to the damage output if we need to. 4 Area Zeros are pretty decent. We're going to be looking for that. We also have 1 Prism Energy I should have added as well. Here's Bravery Charm as well on this list. We're going to be trying to keep our Pokemon intact, especially also our Bouffer, who only has 220 HP. We kind of want to buff it up maybe. Now, over here, this is kind of a little different one, and it's really utilizing the Pokemon from the Black Bolt White Flare sets. This is going to be our Bouffer, but it's running Pokemon like Minccino, who then evolves into Cinccino, who is a single prized attacker, and for 1 colorless energy, do the wave. Where do you remember that? That's Diplin at Festival Lead, doing 20 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. So if you watch my video about the Festival Lead, I think I made some comment about do the wave can hit for more if you have a bench of 8, but no, you don't run Area 0 with Festival Lead. Don't do that. But now we have Festival Lead, like that same sort of idea on this Cinccino. So this is very exciting. I can't wait to play with the Cinccino. We also have some other black and white Pokemon making appearances. We have our Balloon, so we can move things around. This lottery thing, this is definitely like a for fun meme sort of thing. We have Clown being used. This one only has 9 water energy, but that's still a good amount. Alright, so now we are going to hop over to some gameplay, of course. Now this is going to be featuring the Bouff against Dragapult with Meloetta. That's probably going to maybe be a video about Meloetta joining Dragapult in future decks, potentially. Now, Meloetta has an ability that says it can attack the first turn for 30 damage, but the Bouff, taking 30 less damage, I believe just tanks it by taking no damage. But on this first turn, we also first need to set up. Here is Carmine. This deck is actually kind of built on going first Carmine. Normally, you can't play another... Alright, here's the Buddy Poffins, no longer annoying, grabbing Dreepy out of the deck. It's a pretty straight Dragapult build, too, with this. Meloetta is a sneaky option, but let's put those guys on the bench. We have it and pass. Well, I guess attack, but then do nothing. The Bouff, man, the Bouff. Now on this side, so we're going to look at getting Nest Ball down and then probably Fan Calling for our colorless Pokemon. For sure. Grab that little Rotom guy. Spin Rotom for sure. Alright, put him down. Let's go ahead with Fan Call. Super good. Don't forget, you can also grab your Bouffs with this. So I think wanting to get some Bouffs in play and some Noctowls, I mean, yeah, Hoothoots first, and then we'll get Noctowls once we get Terra Pokemon in play. But grab those guys, put them onto the bench, and then I believe I also have, there's Area 0. And then we can go ahead with Prime Catchering up. We're gonna KO with Fan Rotom. Stadium in play, that means it's doing 70. We're gonna immediately do 70 to a Dreepy and KO it. Here's an Iono first, though. We're gonna shuffle, put it at the bottom, draw 6 in for the other side as well, of course. Definitely need to do that. And then, how much further can we go? Man, the Bouff deck sets up. We're good. Here's a Bouff. Here's the other Bouff. Wait, yes. This is right. I saw my mistake, the hand wave. Let's Ultra Ball first for Terrapagos so we can have more bench slots. Because with Area 0, you do need a Terra Pokemon in play, and Terrapagos is going to be our Terra Pokemon to put into play. And then we can put down the little hoot thing. Yes. Yes, and the Bouff. Excellent. KO it. Get it. 1 prize. We're off to the races. Let's go. And we got the double Bouffs down. There we go. We're rolling good. See how fast it is and easy it is to sometimes set up on this Terrapagos thing? It's great. Now on the other side, moving Maractus to the top spot initially because, man, I don't have Rare Candy in this build. It's kind of a really slow Dragapult one. I'm going to go ahead and use Arven to search for Tool Card and Item Card. I think it's going to end up being some Air Balloon here from Maractus so that its retreat cost is no longer 2 colorless energy, it is 0 because Air Balloon is coming. I love Air Balloon. Alright, and we're going to go ahead with Ultra Ball. Actually, we're first going to go ahead with Buddy Poffin to get the last Dreepy out of the deck. Actually, fail. We're going to use Buddy Poffin and then fail that. Alright, now we're just going to retreat and... we're gonna TM Evolution, because we need our guys. Like I said, there's no rare candy, so it's kind of slow. We have to go through the Dragapults. I mean, the Duracloaks, these little middle stage guys. There they are. Alright, this will be good. Recon Directive next turn, but Meloetta up there. Alright, it's fine. Alright, on the side, we got... our hand size is pretty low, but we used a lot of cards. Now, as for progression, we're gonna have to just get a Noctowl to progress. Because our hand is kind of yeah, we just had to discard it and get a supporter to get more cards. So there's the Ultra Ball for the Noctowl. We're going to go ahead and evolve. We can use Noctowl because we have a Terra Pokemon in play. Then we can use it to grab Professor's Research, and then one other trainer card. That other trainer card is probably going to be that Glass Trumpet. Now, wanting to get energy in the discard, if you are playing the Trumpet, then that can be really handy. And so here is that. We're going to attach some energy. Attach this energy onto Terrapagos, alright? And then let's attach water onto Bouffalant EX. Now we can Professor's Research for a clean hand to 7, which always feels fantastic when you have no cards in hand. Now we have so much. You can look. Alright, next up, we're going to go ahead with trying to map out stuff. Here is another Noctowl that's going down. We're going to use that Noctowl. Go ahead and shuffle through the deck. We're going to be grabbing Ultra Ball, and probably some okay, here is... Oh, okay, this was a big reach. So we're going to get Earthen Vessel and Ultra Ball. I'm going to want to try and reach to see if I can get Bouffalant EX to attack this turn for 200 damage onto Meloetta and KOing it. Spoiler, it doesn't happen. First, we need to be Earthen Vesseling. Now, this is not a tournament, so I take it back. But we have to Earthen Vessel first. I want to get more energy into the discard pile, which is why we grab the Ultra Ball. So we get the energy. I mean to Ultra Ball it, and then we can get it potentially back with the Glass Trumpet with another Noctowl. But then, here we go, realizing there's no other Noctowl. I'm such a fool. Listen, we're not here for high-level tournament gameplay, but... rather some stuff, but that's not the worst thing. Kind of reach and miss. Instead, we get a Bouffalant EX, but we also have energy in there for, you know, next turn, like when we get Noctowl, potentially, or just draw into it. But we're, I think, still sitting pretty in a sense where we can just use Fan Rotom to stay in the active spot and, yeah, just hit for 70. That's fine. We can go ahead and see about here. Wait, yes, use their abilities before you evolve, please. Alright, here is XP Share and Psychic. Here is another Recon Directive, Latias Ultra Ball. Gonna go ahead with keeping the Latias, it looks like. Now, we have our Dragapult established. Awesome. Now we have the energy, so we're good to go. It doesn't feel great to attack a Fan Rotom with Dragapult, but don't worry, we'll get around it because we're going to put Dragapult in the active from Latias using the free retreat effect, and then now we're going to go ahead and do a boss's orders, I think now. Now, again, the boofers are in play, so we're going to be taking, it's going to be 60 less damage on our basic colorless Pokemon, which means on our Terrapagos, Dragapult is only going to be doing 140. So there we go. Just double checking the number. It's going to be 60 less. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. And that is really annoying, you know? So just deciding to put 3 there and 3 there on the Noctowls. Now, on this side, kind of still doing well. Here we go. We can get a big attack off because we have Crispin. We can go ahead and do this to the active Terrapagos. And here we go with the energy, grabbing a grass energy. Oh man, this was another horrible whiff. My goodness, there was only grass. It was grass and grass in the deck. So ridiculous. Me. But hey, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Alright, so with that, we can go ahead with Unified Beatdown still. So we don't have to have Crown Opal, but Unified Beatdown is still doing a lot to it. Especially with all these bench. We can get rid of the Dragapult, I think, right now immediately. It does enough. But just in case, and for flexibility, we're also going to bench a Latias EX. So that is a full bench of 8. Very scary. Now, just do it, KO it. That's awesome. I mean, Unified Beatdown is really strong, really good. And there's 2 prize cards. Now, on the other side, the response. Gonna need a Dragapult response or something. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough when the Terrapagos is taking not that much damage. Now here is Earthen Vessel. We do need some energy to use. We can go ahead and grab that. Some Psychic and some Fire energy. We can look at potentially... Let's see, here's Recon Directive. We can grab Carmine, it looks like, I think. Or no, the Nest Ball, my bad. We have Ultra Ball here we can use to find a Dragapult if we need to. Let's go ahead and look through. Now, yeah, this was really fun. I mean, there's the Dragapult, but like, we do have Crystal in this deck list, in this deck I was using, but we didn't have like an Arven to seek it out with. I think, let's see, we're gonna go ahead and switch because we can't pull off the attack. So Maractus is gonna be in here, and Maractus, if it gets hit, it is going to put damage counters on the Pokemon, but again, it's like, it actually goes through the Bouffs, but we'll get there when we get there. So on this turn, we got the Noctowl off the prizes, and the Glass Trumpet is now usable. So that is very good feeling there. We want to use our Bouffalant EX eventually, potentially, since this Terrapagos might very well be going down. But we'll get there, just kind of mapping things out. And then double checking that Maractus's effect it's not affected by the Bouffs. Because it places 6 damage counters, it does not do damage from an attack. And the Bouffs only help you with damage from an attack. Now, we're going to go ahead and use our Glass Trumpet to get an attachment onto that Bouff, and then we can go ahead and we're just missing another energy onto the Bouff, but here is that Noctowl coming down now and utilizing its ability to search out, let's see, I think we are grabbing, we have a boss, yeah, let's do it, let's gun for that Dragapult and stuff, and then we can also grab, I think we get Night Stretcher so we can get our Bouff powered up by getting a grass energy from there and then attaching it. So there we go. We're gonna attach that grass energy onto Bouffalant EX. He's all powered up. His attack only does 100, but if it's an EX in the active, it does 100 more. Now here's that boss's orders. We're just gonna do this again and go with Unified Beatdown to KO another Dragapult. Oh, he's dying. Alright. See, the Bouff. Terrapagos is putting in so much work, though. Oh, man. I'm supposed to be showing off the Bouff. Here we put the Maractus up. Might as well. It does have free retreat with that air balloon. Now, there's nothing I can really do. Okay. And the game's pretty much over. We just need that one last prize. It was over. We win. Bouffers, so powerful. Powerful Bouffers. So, I hope that was a comprehensive, easy to follow sort of little guide or introduction into how to play the deck or what it might look like. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below, of course, and if you are interested in the Bouff, or if you want to play it or plan to, or are a Bouff lover, let me know, because I don't know if they exist. But this was a fun, cool deck to kind of revive Terrapagos as well, and I think if you like this tanking sort of deck, this might be good for you. So, all in all, though, it was really fun to play with, and I hope you have as much fun as I did. Thank you for watching, of course, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!